On a glorious journey to great academic heights, you need a university that will guarantee you hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
This week,
it's more important if we can work strategically to grow the game, which they have done well. They have worked very well with the Chinese embassy in growing the game of football. They have managed to establish a league.
We are very grateful to all the participating players, the various clubs, and all the managers who have supported the athletes.
The men's individual category was won by Thomas Keddy of Stroke Woodball Club with 97 points, while Sophie Namudu won the women's individual club with 66 points.
To win, it has been really patience. It has been God with us. And then I think it has been our persistence to do it.
Coming up in Live at 8, put triangular reflectors on sides of broken vehicles. Traffic police urges drivers. Be aware of impersonators. Ministry of Internal Affairs warns the public. And in sports, Uganda Woodball Federation unveils the national team representing Uganda in the Woodball Cup competitions. This and much more in Live at 8. Welcome and thank you very much for watching Ndejje University TV. This is live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU with the news in details. The Public Relations Officer of the Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety, Superintendent Michael Kananura, has urged drivers with vehicles having mechanical conditions to put triangular reflectors on all sides of the vehicles to alert the oncoming traffic. Now, this was during the press briefing at the police headquarters in Nakuru. Let's have more on that.
Kananura was giving the weekly report about traffic and road safety from 9th to 15th July 2023 at police headquarters in Nakuru. He said that they have oftenly urged the users of the broken down vehicles to put triangular reflectors on both sides of the vehicle to notify the oncoming traffic about the hazard ahead, adding that the user should immediately inform the traffic about the broken down vehicle.
On the broken down motor vehicles, we have oftenly urged all users of these vehicles to ensure we put triangular reflectors on both sides of the vehicle, both in front and behind, to alert the oncoming traffic to know that there is hazard ahead of me, and immediately inform the traffic about this broken down vehicle so that we can come and see how best to control the traffic around.
He added that they are engaging the private owners of breakdowns to make sure that they remove the vehicles from the road.
We are also engaging the private owners of breakdowns to make sure that every time there are these breakdowns, these vehicles are immediately towed off the roads.
Kananura further noted that they registered 432 accidents, where 92 were fatal, 202 were serious, and 103 minor. There were 424 victims, where 100 people died and 324 sustained injuries. He further stated that these accidents were basically caused by overspeeding, careless overtaking, distracted driving, among others.
Registered a total number of 432 accidents, and out of these, 97 accidents were fatal, 202 were serious, and 133 were minor. We registered a total number of victims, 424, and out of these, 100 people died, and 324 sustained injuries. Among the fatalities, 42 were traveling on motorcycles, both passengers and riders. 40 were pedestrians. Speeding, driving beyond speed limits. 2, careless overtaking. Drivers who overtake where it's not necessary or where they are not supposed to overtake from, especially in corners, on hills, and much more so when there is too much traffic ahead of you. So no one is allowed to overtake in such circumstances. Corners, especially where you cannot see ahead of you some good meters ahead. It's very dangerous, and it puts you at a risk whenever you try to overtake. We have also looked at distracted driving, where drivers tend to make phone calls and receive phone calls whenever they are driving or they are in charge.
It should be remembered that last week, the Speaker of Parliament, while chairing the plenary, told the Parliament that Uganda National Roads Authority offered 8 vehicles to tow cars abandoned along the roads. Davis Senchindu, live at 8.
While giving the weekly press briefing, the spokesperson of Ministry of Internal Affairs, Simon Ndejje, questioned citizens against impersonators representing themselves as staff members of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Let's have more on that.
of Internal Affairs says that impersonators are fraudulently obtaining money from individuals and urges the public to be vigilant of such people.
Further, reiterate our call to all people seeking our services not to use third parties or brokers, as we do not work with any brokers for any of our services. We have variously warned the public that we do not have agencies we work with, we do not have brokers we work with, we do not have third parties in offering services of immigration. So nobody at any one time should pose as an immigration officer out there seeking to help anyone either to apply for a work permit, to apply for a passport, or seeking for any other services.
He further urges people processing their passports to use and follow the right channels.
So in case you want a passport that does not wait express in nature, you have got to pay a total of only 400,000. We have got reports of Ugandans paying as much as 2 million shillings to these brokers in the name of processing for them quick passports. I call upon Ugandans in need of passports to apply for their passports well in advance before the journey. In most cases, most of these people who fall victim are those who hurriedly want to get passports quickly, those who have emergencies, those who have pending trips, and those who don't want to waste time coming into offices, at our offices in immigration. So please be careful, be conscious in dealing with these people, because they will fleece you of your money.
At the same briefing, it was disclosed that the verification of passports by the Danish embassy has been completed and Ugandans are now free to use their polycarbonate passports to travel to Denmark.
Danish embassy about a case of a Ugandan student who had his visa application rejected by the Danish embassy because of possessing a polycarbonate passport. Of course, we took keen interest in this matter since we are only now producing polycarbonate passports. And we don't have any other passport we are issuing to Ugandans other than the polycarbonate electronic passport. So last week we got confirmation from the Danish embassy that the verification process of the passports had been completed and no more Ugandans will face any inconveniences as a result. As I talk now, Ugandans who applied for visas to go to Denmark have had their visas processed and indeed put and inserted in the Ugandan electronic polycarbonate passports.
He urges people seeking DNA services to get them at the approved analytical laboratory in Ndejje.
We are investigating a one gentleman whose names I'm not going to reveal now, who walked to some government office and picked money from some government officials who are under the pretense of trying to help him carry out a DNA test without him appearing at our analytical lab in Ndejje. Those people are collecting money. I wish to call upon Ugandans out there who need the services of immigration, who need the services of government analytical lab, who need the services of government community service, and who need the services of NGO bureau, not to be duped by these people who are taking advantage of them, not wanting to be seen on camera or anywhere trying to seek for these services. Please, you want any service to do with the government analytical lab, the office is clearly located in Ndejje on Laudel Road as you move to Nakasero. Please don't be duped by.
The Ministry of Internal Affairs is responsible for the facilitation of legal and orderly movement of persons to and from Uganda, verify and process Ugandan citizenship, and enforce national and regional immigration laws for the development and security of Uganda. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8.
Now on Sunday, the National Council of Sports, represented by the chairman, unveiled the team representing Uganda in the Woodball Cup Championship that will take place in Malaysia this month. Let's have more on that.
The Woodball national team was unveiled by the chairperson of National Council of Sports at a function at Makerere University. The Woodball Federation president says they are working hard to see the Team Uganda emerges victorious from the World Cup.
The national team, which is being ushered out this morning, is that the team can perform better when you consider all our previous appearances in the World Cup. You remember that when in the last edition of the World Cup, which Uganda hosted in 2019, Uganda were runners-up, having drawn in gold medals with Chinese Taipei. But what we have done is to try to address those challenges, so that this time we are hopeful that Uganda can emerge as a champion of this edition World Cup.
The national team head coach expects the team to bring medals owing to the skills gained at the training.
The team has been in camp since the time when they were supposed to be there, and they are really doing well, very cooperative, they are hardworking, they have really picked up now from the point of physical fitness. They are now picking up, they are around 80%. And on to techniques also, they are also doing well. They are improving on the techniques that we usually encounter from the other side. We are also revising them, and they have really picked up. And they are very ready to show up.
Of course, all the players are in a good shape. They have trained well. They have enough experience now. You only pray that they don't have that phobia of the color and maybe the excitement of traveling for the people who are traveling for the first time. But minus those small issues, they are all ready for the tournament.
The chairperson of National Council of Sports congratulated Team Uganda for being able to participate in the Woodball World Cup.
That we are going to the World Cup for the 8th time is a big achievement for us as a country, and I want once again to congratulate the Federation, but most importantly congratulate the athletes that are going to represent us as a country, and advise them that as they go, they play to the best of their abilities. As a country, we are supporting them. As the National Council of Sports, we are supporting them, and we hope that when they go, they will continue to profile Uganda as the #1 destination for woodball in Africa, but also to build on what has already been set as ground, where we are spearheading the growth of this game on the continent, that now also they know that performance-wise, Uganda continues to be at the top of this game of woodball, which is a very big game played by China and the other big economies of the world. So I want to congratulate the athletes and the technical team that is going to represent us as a country, and hope that they will do us proud and they come back as victors.
The Woodball team representing Uganda in Malaysia has been training at Bujako Beach from the 21st of June running to the 21st of July, and they are expected to set off on Saturday. Geoffrey Amanya, ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8.
With more of the story. Women's national team, the Crested Cranes, secured a hard-fought win over Rwanda at Pele Stadium to storm the second round of the 2024 Paris Women Olympics football tournament qualifiers. Let's have more on that.
The first leg, played on Wednesday last week, ended 3-3. Despite the numerous chances created throughout the game, Uganda could not find the breakthrough in the round. It is of this case that the Crested Cranes had to fight hard to get something good in the return leg with the She Amavule Rwanda. The return leg was again played at Pele Stadium in Kigali. It was supported by many fans, including Prime Minister Robin Anabanja, who promised support for the team from the government, and the Fufu President Engineer Moses Magogo. Normal time ended in a goalless draw, and different changes in substitutions were needed to score in the 100th minute in extra time. Sandra Nabweteme, Shakira Nyingirahi, Fazira Najemba all got chances to fire Uganda into the lead, but did not utilize the attempts at different intervals. Assistant coach Ayubu Khalifa Kiyinji made 2 changes from the team that played at the first leg, with goalkeeper Daisy Nakaziro and Shamira Naluja replacing Captain Ruth Aturo and Margaret Kunihira respectively. The first attempt at goal fell to Nabweteme in the 8th minute, but the Rwandan goalkeeper was quick off her line to deny it. At the start of the second half, the coach introduced Fazira Ikwaput in place of Hasfana Suna. There were further changes, with Catherine Nagadia and Hadija Nadungu introduced in places of Naluja and Nyinangahira. It was of the substitutes that made a great change for Uganda to win the tough Rwanda. In the 100th minute of the extra time, Ikwaput, who replaced Hasifa at the start of the second half, tried a low dive into a bottom left corner, our only goal that gave Uganda hopes for the 2024 Paris Olympics. The win means Uganda advances to the second round on a 4-3 goal aggregate, where they will face off Cameroon in October. After the match, Coach Ayubu quoted to have said that we have managed to get the result, but it was a tough one for us.
Amazima gali nti ompira tegubadde mwangu, gubadde mulungi eri abalabi bo banyumiddwa, naye ffe abadde ku benchi kibadde kika. Amazima gali tusambye nnyo, tusambye bulungi, tufunye tukuleetinze emikisa mingi, naye gyonna ne giba nga tekisobodde mu kyende mudaka ekyende kyasoose twalemeddwa okulaba nga tufuna obuwanguzi. Luba tukuba goolo zaali 3 nga zava ku sobye zaali mu defense, era zinennaku 2 zetubaddewo tuba tugezaako nnyo okulaba nga twongerako nga tutereeza, era ababadde ku kisaawe abalabye omupiira balabye ddala nga wabaddewo improvement. Mubadde mukyabulaabulamuuko naye nga wabaddewo okukyusaamu kwe bakyusizaamu ddala okulungi okutuleetedde okulaba nga at least tetukubiddwamu goolo. Okwebaza naddala abazannyi baffe be tuyita aba the player abawagizi nti bazze mu bungi, bebali kutuwa amaanyi, bebali tuwagira nti batuzizaamu amaanyi, neŋŋamba temukoma okwo musigale nga muwagira ttiimu y'abawala, era mwongerera muyite n'abalala abawagizi babe nga batwegattako.
Geoffrey Amanya, Moses Morgan, Kato Raymond, live at 8.
Thank you for watching. That has been Live at 8 with me, ANSLEM OJARU. Till next time, bye-bye.